See here. Just waiting. All right, here we go. What's going on, everybody? It's your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, I got my buddy Brandon here, who has been with us since the beginning. And we're taking you on this crazy ride called the 2023 NFL Draft. We are excited because today it's going to be a fun one. Well, fun for me. Fun for me. Not so fun for my buddy Brandon here. So today we're going to be talking about the New Orleans Saints, Brandon's team. For the people that don't know and haven't watched our Pick'em show, he is a diehard Saints fan. We're going to be talking about the Saints. The only unfortunate part about it, the Eagles are going to make pick. Brandon, you want to explain to the good folks of America on why the Eagles are picking this number pick today?
Okay, so the Eagles had 2 picks last year in the first round, I think. Mm-hmm. And the Saints had 2 picks, and the Saints felt like they probably were not going to get the 2 players that they wanted, which we did get, but we just caused ourselves such a stupid thought process. We traded our first pick, the pick that we had, and then this pick, which I guess we thought that we weren't going to be this bad, but jokes on us.
Well, not all hope is lost because your team. I wouldn't say rebuild, but they reloaded, and we're gonna get into it. So, Brandon, without further ado, you ready to get this show started?
Yes, I'm ready to go through all phases of depression on this episode. Yes, I am ready.
God. Oh God! Well, here we go. So, the Saints, 7-10. Not the best season by far in recent memory. One of the worst ones that I can actually remember for the Saints in quite a little while. Saints have always been that team that's just constantly. They might not win, they might not get to the Super Bowl, but you always knew they were there, that they were competing, and they're a tough opponent. This year, it's just everything did not, nothing worked. Let's put it that way. Nothing worked. It was just a very, very down year, but with a lot of upside. All right. And we're going to get into that. The 22nd ranked offense, I don't have to tell you, it was just not good. And which is a shame because they had the 9th best defense in the NFL. And, I'm not surprised by it because the Saints have always been a very defensive team as of late, ever since even before Dennis Allen took over. The Saints have always had this mindset of take away defense, and they're really good. They're really good at what they do. It's kind of funny. We were talking about Andy Dalton yesterday. Andy Dalton was your team leader in passing with 2,871 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Alvin Kamara, when he's not beating up valets in Vegas, he's beating up those defenders, man. He's doing his thing in the football field.
You have to remind people of this. You don't have to remind people of this.
And year or but overall, can get a job done running. Hero, the wider season with 72 receptions, 1,042 receiving yards, and 4 touchdowns. So, Brandon, explain to me what happened. What happened?
I think the season was kind of cursed from the start. We drafted 2 rookies, 1 linebacker, 1 defensive back, and they both got torn ACLs. And then a rookie tackle that we drafted with one of those picks from Philly had turf toe, and he couldn't even play until November. Michael Thomas, who we were, I don't know why, banking on, Michael Thomas got re-injured in the third game against Carolina, which would add on to Tyrann Mathieu, who we also signed, bringing him back home, and Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry also got injured in that third game, and he was in and out for most of the year. Marcus May also was injured here and there, who we signed. Tyrann Mathieu he just didn't fit the scheme at certain points. He just didn't do right. Yeah, we sucked defensively. Yeah, I know it says we're ninth. I know it says ninth, but watching the games, you couldn't tell which is which. We got hot at the end of the season. Just the offense could never match what the defense was, and that's been the last 2 years. I mean, before Sean Payton retired. I mean, retired. Yeah. Before Sean Payton retired.
Yeah, exactly, right.
The offense was struggling, so I'm not surprised by how this team kind of ended the season. I mean, I've been on record and said numerous times to a lot of people, even my own family, that this is not Dennis Allen's fault. This is the team. Yeah, I know he's the head coach, but this is not Dennis Allen's fault. I mean, the entire offense was banged up. For the first time in a long time, the offensive line was injured. I've never seen that many offensive linemen for the Saints be out at the same damn time. That was just like, that shit never happens. And so to have it happen in a year where we're going through a transition offensively and just team-wise, it was just a bad mixture. It was so bad. And I don't think we ever got out of it. And to finish 22nd, I didn't even know we finished 22nd, to be honest with you. I thought we finished way worse than that. That's a surprise to fucking me. I didn't know that. I'm like, oh wow, it wasn't that bad as I thought it was. I guess so. Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, when I saw the Saints game and whenever it was showing, you could just tell the inconsistencies were there, and it was just due to two factors. One, obviously, like you said, injuries within the offensive line, from Ryan Ramczyk to the first round rookie that you guys got last year, to Cesar Ruiz, who's like a solid rock. It just always seemed like something was up. Like it was just one was there and the others weren't. The two were all three were gone, and it was just too many inconsistencies. Too many inconsistencies. Obviously, Michael Thomas being hurt is kind of the key as well. Like, oh my gosh, and now you guys are doing everything you can to reload. That's why I'm not saying it's a rebuild; it's a reload because, like we talked about yesterday, the NFC South there's really no clear cut favorites. There really isn't.
It really isn't.
And so I think right now the Saints are farther ahead than most of the teams because they're trying to figure out their identity. At least the Saints are saying, hey, at least we still have our key core and we just have to upgrade at certain positions. So, defensively, like I said, I love what you guys are bringing defensively. Demario Davis, solid, always solid, 109 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 1 pick. Cameron Jordan, as always, being Cameron Jordan, 8.5 sacks. And Tyrann Mathieu, 3 interceptions. So I'm not really worried about your defense. And, you're going to get some rookies back, like you mentioned, especially some corners. You're going to get them back. You're going to get a linebacker. So your defense is fine. Your defense showed that at least they have depth. So they're only going to get younger and healthier from here. My main concern, offensive line, obviously, and, inconsistency in the play calling on who's going to be quarterback. Well, we don't have to worry about that now because the Saints did what they had to do. And we're going to go over this free agency class, Let's start off with the defense, though, because, like I said, they're going to reload in every aspect of the game. And, I think the one thing that, the Saints have been missing for a while is that interior presence in the middle, at least in the middle. Edges are fine. Blitzing is fine. It's just inside. I mean, God, what was your last good one? Cedric Ellis?
God damn, maybe. Shit.
I mean, that's like the last time where I remember like a good presence in the middle was like, what, Cedric Ellis?
Yeah.
When you guys won the Super Bowl that year?
Fuck, yeah, it might be. God damn. Cedric Ellis, Shadow Rankers for a little bit, but he kept getting fucking injured. I mean,
And then that was kind of it. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, you guys are doing everything. I mean, you guys signed 3 defensive tackles: Nathan Shepard and Malcolm Roach. So you're getting a familiar name back, Malcolm Roach. At least he's coming home. So I mean, at least you're getting a familiar name. Ty Summers, I don't have to explain to you. Just good old teammate. Lonnie Johnson, take care of him. All right, he was my favorite coming out of. hasn't worked. Hopefully, I hope he finds success in New Orleans this time. I hope he finds success. Um, Isaac Yanum. I don't have to explain to you who he is because you know him better than I do. And I'm gonna start calling you guys the New Orleans Raiders because you got Jonathan Abram. You signed him. He's gonna be there with Tyrann Mathieu now. Offensively, Brian Edwards, former Raider. I don't know. I mean, I guess you guys liked what you saw. I guess I don't know what to tell you. The Storm Norton. You guys got Blake Gillikin back. You guys signed Jamal Williams, which I think is going to be very helpful, especially due to the fact that it's not a matter of if he's going to get suspended, it's when. And knowing how the NFL loves to mess with the Saints, man, they're gonna get them and they'll be like, all right, well, you're done for the rest of the year. We're suspending. Like, I know, because listen, I'll speak for you because I know if you say it, it would be like, that's conspiracy. It's the Saints being bitter. No, I've seen the NFL get the Saints and they get them like at the shittiest time. The shittiest times, man. So it's not me personally, I hope, as shitty as it might sound to say to me, I hope they suspend Alvin Kamara early and then you guys get back late. Like, because me personally, if I was to be a betting man, I would say at least 10 games. I think that's going to be the punishment is 10 games.
Ooh, I don't think that.
You think a little bit more or a little bit less?
I think less.
How much do you think? How much are you
thinking?
Six.
I think 6 games.
No, I mean,
the reason why I say 6 games.
I mean, we're talking about a dude beating up another. We're talking about
and that's physical. The thing. That's the thing. I mean, Deshaun Watson got what? 11?
12. Well, 12? Originally it was 10, but then he got to 12.
So 12? So
yeah.
I said about 6, 8 in that range.
Oof. We're talking about it's just yeah, I mean, I think if he would have done himself a self-suspension, maybe, but I think they're going to try to get him for the max. It would be shitty if they do the 12. It would. Because it's like, okay, I don't think it's
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that damn serious. Like, the dude's alive. He didn't kill anyone.
He's suing. He's doing his own thing. But it's just the NFL. They have to get into the middle of it. You know it. And that's where you know how it is. You know how it is, dude.
And here's the thing. That is where you pull a Tom Brady and you appeal and you sue the shit out of the NFL and you play.
Yeah.
Because it's not that serious. It's like, dude, just give me 6 games. It's not like we've seen people get way less punishments for way more shit. Like, it's
way harsher.
Let's not forget, like, Ray Rice got suspended 4 games, and then the video came out and everybody's like, oh my god, what the fuck? And the NFL was like, no, he's suspended now forever. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Now, I will say this though. I think for the Saints, I am happy that you brought one. You did re-sign one player back, and I'm going to be honest with you. I love them. I actually like him because I think he's actually going to be a very deep fantasy sleeper in this year's draft, and especially at a position where there's really no such thing other than Travis Kelce. Juwan Johnson. Doesn't matter who was quarterback. Didn't matter if it was Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston. Didn't matter. Juwan Johnson is one hell of a find. And I actually I'm actually like very high on him to have a successful year next year.
I have been thinking he's going to be a fantasy guy, going to be a superstar, going to be the guy. And he hasn't done it yet. He just hasn't done it yet. And I don't know what it is. I mean, I feel like he could be it. I feel like he should do. He should be
last year.
Our number one.
I think he actually.
I think
last year he proved that he did something. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, obviously.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because of how much Sean Payton loved Taysom Hill, and he just was never going to use Juwan Johnson. I don't know what the situation was, but Dennis Allen damn sure used him, and that's the craziest part. Dennis Allen used them, and it worked, and it just seems like now we got 3 tight ends. I mean, we got Adam We got Adams still. We got Taysom Hill, and then we got Juwan Johnson. So it's 3 tight ends. I see people saying we're gonna drive a tight end. For what reason?
I doubt it. I doubt you guys go tight end.
For
unless
what
you're trading
reason?
for.
I don't
Yeah, no,
understand.
I don't expect another tight end. Now, I will say this: out of all three, I do believe that this is going to be like a breakout year for Juwan Johnson, where he'll end up maybe like a top 12, top 10 tight end fantasy wise. I'm not talking league wise. I'm talking fantasy wise.
I hope so. I really, really hope.
Because if he goes off for this offense, then that should at least solve some of your offensive deficiencies. But we haven't even gotten to your biggest prize yet. The biggest prize of them all. Derek Carr, man.
That's not a prize.
Congratulations, man. Derek Carr is now your quarterback.
That's not a prize.
That's a prize, man. Oh, you're paying him like a prize? You know? 37.5 a year.
Yeah, because we're delusional. And we have no other.
$60 million guaranteed. No
trade
delusional.
Clause.
No trade clause, you know?
Juan, you know that you know why? Because we're delusional and we have no quarterback. And you know better than anybody. They will overpay any damn quarterback that seems like he's good.
But I mean, come on, Brandon. I mean, I'm sure Carr fans have already jumped on there and be like, I promise you guys that, you know,
Baker Mayfield has found a job in the NFL. Think about that. Carson Wentz, who we've talked about before, has found a job in the NFL. Kirk Cousins has gotten paid way more money than Lamar Jackson. I just want to say, I don't give a shit that Derek Carr has the money. He better play like he earned it. He better play like he earned it.
Oh, man. I mean, haven't you seen him in the 9 years with the Raiders? Of course he's earned it. Of course he's earned it.
He's earned a foot.
I mean, at least that's what the Derek Carr fans tell me, that he's earned every penny.
He earns a foot. He deserves a foot in his ass and a taxi cab number for just the complete and utter shit that he's stirred up every time he's fucked up. just I don't know what it is. It's bad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the move. To be honest, I totally was like, just wait and see what Lamar does. I was like, yeah, we should just see what Lamar does. Let's just wait and see what happens. I'm not a fan of this move.
I mean, hey, it's okay, Brandon. It's okay. Trust me.
No, it's not.
You're gonna get. Remember, it's like what he said in his presser. He's gonna give you everything he has. He's gonna give you everything he has. And you know, it's kind of funny because I heard that and I'm like shit. Is he back in Vegas? Because that's the same shit I keep hearing for 9 years.
I'm happy you said that, because I'm like, if you still haven't hit your pinnacle of everything you have, and it's been 9 years in your career, I think you've already hit the roof, man. I think you already hit the ceiling of it all. I don't think you're going any further than what you've done. I don't think it's another gear to your level of quarterback. Like I just don't think it's another gear. I don't
know, man. But you guys gave him a nice contract, $37.5 million guarantee, every year, $60 million guaranteed, no trade clause. So you're in the same position that we were just a year ago. So if he shits the bed, then I can already tell you this much. You want to know why we never got a draft pick? Because nobody wanted him. Nobody was willing to sacrifice a draft pick.
Yeah. Okay. So we got.
So I really hope he works out here, because if not, you're going to be in the same situation I was this last season. I'm be like.
So this is how I feel about this. We have signed him for 4 years. This is the 1 year where he technically has no pressure. Technically. If we do not do anything, I say we tank and try to get the number 1 pick, and we draft Caleb Williams from USC. I think we draft him.
Your team's too good to tank like that. Your team's just too good, man. I could say that. I could say we could tank for number 1.
No.
You go get Caleb Williams.
You have Devontae Adams. You're not tanking shit.
Don't remind me, bro. Don't remind me, man.
You have Devontae Adams. You're not taking shit.
And we have Josh Jacobs coming back, so we ain't taking shit, bro. We ain't taking shit. And the offensive line is back. crap.
Oh,
Like crap.
Shit.
Holy crap. All right, number one, out of the picture. Go.
Just completely evaporated out of the mindset. Just shit, we're good. You ever get to a point where you're just like, we're too good. This is some bullshit. I wish we
Like,
lost.
we might not be winning. Like, we might not have a winning record, but we're too good to have the number one. And that's gotta be one hell of a feeling, huh?
Suck.
That's gotta be one hell of a feeling, huh?
It sucks. Like, it's like we're so bad that we're good. Like, this shit sucks. Like, it just sucks, man. We can't
Like,
get
we don't have a winning record, but we're not bad enough to pick number one. That's how it is, folks. That's how it is. So, Brandon, just give me your thoughts, man. Just tell me how you really feel about this. Because look, man, he's been my dude. He's been my quarterback for 9 years.
Yeah.
How happy do I look right now?
You look how I used to look. You look how I used to look. You used to talk about your problems with Derek Carr. I used to be like, damn, that's fucked up.
Like, man, poor guy.
Oh, damn, man, that's fucked up. At least I got the problems. But like, and now I'm like, oh, shit. All right. Shit. All right. I guess.
Like,
okay.
look, man, here's the thing. People are going to look at this video and be like, you really think Derek Carr was the problem? You're just an idiot at football. Okay. I know he wasn't the whole problem, but he wasn't the answer either.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like you've been in the league.
Hold on. I do got a comment right now. Bro, I'll tell you how I feel. WTF up with that Angel shirt you had on the other day. Hey, Big Hoss, listen, man. It was opening day. You know I'm an Angels fan. Just let me be. Let me be.
It was all
but
good.
Not gonna miss it. But I have another diehard Raider fan right now on Instagram Live saying, but not gonna miss Derek. Look, this is how I feel about it. Was he the problem? No. Was he the answer?
No.
No. All right. People are going to tell me, well, what about the years before Derek? What about that? I mean, what about it? We had a losing record without Derek, and then when Derek came in, guess what?
Yeah.
Still had a losing record.
Yeah, I don't get how people always
like,
say
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's what I'm saying, because he was the problem, nor was he the answer. Sometimes, Charles Woodson said it best. Even if you get a new contract with a new regime, you still have to show them. You still have to kind of give them your stamp. You still have to get their stamp of approval. And he didn't do that. Because it's like I said all last year. How are you going to tell me? Fine. Well, they were sabotaging Derek Carr last year. Okay, so you're telling me that a rookie and Mac Jones, when Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator, can run that offense better than a 9-year NFL veteran, which, by the way, it is a friendly quarterback offense.
And not just that. You had literally the best running back in the fucking league running. You didn't have to do a lot of shit to win games. Just don't wreck the fucking ship. That was it. Just don't wreck the fucking boat. That's it. That's it. Like, don't hit the iceberg. Don't sink the Titanic.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. We just never knew how to close out the games. And like we talked about a few episodes ago, some of it was defensive issues in the second half. The other part, sometimes the offense just kept stalling in the second half, and our defense got beat.
It's like I said when we talked about the Raiders. It's a difference when you can say that, but then you sit here and say 48 hours before the game, they signed Baker Mayfield. That game should have never been fucking close. It should have never even been fucking close.
I know. Brandon rolls with the New Orleans Saints, Big Hoss. That's what we're talking about today. But look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think looking at the Saints offseason and what they've done and what they're trying to improve, I'm going to be honest with you. I give this offseason an A, actually. I really do. Because I truly believe now you finally found a quarterback. And listen, we said the same thing with Jameis Winston and Andy Dalton. Just don't mess up the game. Don't mess that up. Don't mess that up. I think with this one, however, the Saints, it's like you keep mentioning it. He doesn't. The pressure's not on him.
It's not.
The defense is going to be fine. Now, if the offensive line is healthy, we're good. The Saints are solid. Saints are going to be solid. They can go back to what they were a couple of years ago. Saints are solid. The problem is, if they don't, I'm going to tell you right now, Brandon, with or without an offensive line, ugh,
yeah, I know.
So, and that's the thing. This is really going to be a test. Basically, we're going to find out not who was right, but if Carr can really do it. That's what the season's going to be really about. If Carr can do it, there's no other way. There's no other thing for the Saints. It's either he gets the Saints back to the playoffs, or you prove to us what we've been saying for 9 years, but some fans just didn't want to believe it. So here you go. Here you go. And I hope he makes it to the playoffs, because if he doesn't, the receipts I'm going to be handing out on the last day. All the receipts I have bookmarked and saved, ready to go. Ready to go. Oh, Brandon, for your sake. I'm not coming after you, Brandon. I'm actually going to save you from those Carr fans that have probably already poisoned your Saints Twitter, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. But, Brandon, go ahead, man. What would you give your team? And be generous and be mindful. What would you give your team off season?
I would give my team also an A. I would give my team an A. Mainly not because of the moves they made, but because how they had to make those moves. We again was over the cap, and then somehow, some way, we ended up under the fucking cap. Like, it's just like,
you guys are really good at that. It's like I said, man. It's those general managers, man. It's the general managers that are always over the cap, and by the end of before the new league year, they're under it. You know what? We need those guys in government jobs, because if they could do that for an NFL team, can you do that for our country to where we can
that'd be so great.
Can we get out of the debt if we could put you in this instead?
But I think offensive line stay healthy, then we'll see what happens. Derek Carr, the pressure's really not on him, and we shall see. But I'm looking more so towards that defense, and that's it. I think the defense. I think with the returns of the players that we're getting back, particularly Smoke Monday from Auburn, who we've been highly on, that might be our Gardner Johnson again. That might be our guy. And now we have Alontae Taylor, who's already showing up. I feel like might be our second cornerback. We may trade or keep Paulsey Adebo for the next one. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to really do with him.
Yeah, that's
particularly.
The key right there.
But Alontae Taylor being also lanky enough, tall enough, but also fast enough and quick enough to be in a slot, that's going to be interesting to see how this is all going to play. And, of course, Marshawn Lattimore, if he's healthy, as we saw late in the year when they were trying to make a push, when he's on, he's on. And I think
when Marshawn Lattimore's on, he's on. Well, let me ask you this. Do you believe that the window for the Saints defense is sort of closing? Just because of maybe the age, maybe because of do you feel like maybe you guys have something left in that defense, or do you feel like the window is getting shorter as the years go on?
I would say this. I feel more comfortable in our defense than I do in the Philadelphia Eagles defense.
Yeah.
I feel more like Cam, DeMario, but Peyton Warner, P. Warner last year showed he could be the guy.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
And depending on what we do with the 29th pick, which is still up for grabs, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But let's say they do go linebacker. Now what? It's just like, and they got, like I said, they got cornerbacks. They
offensive linemen. Offensive lineman. You can always
offensive lineman too. I mean,
you can always double dip, man. There's no shame in double dipping, man.
It's something that we always talk about with the Saints, that they find stuff in the draft. They're a really great draft team. Exactly. They're really incredible draft team. So I'm not gonna be too I don't know, but I feel more comfortable in our defense than I do in Philly's.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and Big Hoss brings a good point. I think Derek Carr will do good too, only just due to the fact that you know he's gonna go back to Dennis Allen, which was his first head coach. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and hopefully he just comes through for the Saints. Because if not, it could get ugly real quick
And
for Saints fans.
it's something that we both have said about Dennis Allen. When he got that job with the Raiders, he was young. He didn't know anything.
Yes, he was.
He was green.
He was
I
not.
think,
Especially at that time, Al just passed away.
yep.
You're the first head coach since Al passed. We knew general manager. It was very new at that point. Very hi Chihuahua. So it was one of those moments like hi Chihuahua.
But I think that now that Derek Carr is older, and then
I think it could work.
Is
I
older.
think it could work.
Yeah, there's no bullshit with each other now. They have grown somewhat, so they should be better. And I think that's more important. I think as they are now older, so they're not gonna fuck up what they now know could be their last chance.
The other good thing is you still have Jameis Winston as a backup just in case it goes south. Just like at least you know you got a very valuable backup just in case. Because leave my Angels alone. Leave my Angels alone, because.
Hey, listen, the Angels almost won until they took Shohei Ohtani out last night, and then it was all said and done.
Oh,
it was all said and done.
Don't remind me.
He struck out 10 people, and it was like, that's good enough. We're good. Yeah.
Should have just let him finish the whole game, son.
Just let him finish. He would have had a shutout. It would have been perfect.
It would have been great. But no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works in Angels baseball. That's not how it works. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Saints have a bright future. My only concern is it's because they have to win it now, or else it's just that age thing is killing me, man. It's just that age thing is killing me.
I would say this. This is why I kind of felt like they probably should have got rid of Michael Thomas. I don't see the point of him being there. What is he doing? Like, my thing is, Chris Olave can do everything Michael Thomas can do, and he's younger.
But you still want a number two. You just want to have security.
But that's the thing.
Or who's to say maybe they draft wide receiver at 29? Maybe there's somebody out there. Maybe maybe there's a John. Maybe Texas Underground. What is up, my man? But yeah, no, I think for the Saints at this point, literally what it's really going to have to come down to, honestly, they just pull together and honestly, a little bit of luck.
I would say
just a little bit of luck.
I would say they go more so towards speed receivers and one possession receiver.
Hey man, those are my Angels. Only I can bust their balls, man. No, but yeah, no, I think for the Saints, I think you guys are in a good position to make a pretty much good noise. And like we talked about, you guys are in a division where really 9 wins can do it. 8-9 wins can do it.
Yeah.
So
damn.
I'm just saying, it's there.
That division sucks. It's a terrible division.
So, well, unfortunately, Brandon, it is that time. It is that time to make the pick. However, not for you. Not for you. However, Brendan, I would want to know, who would you have wanted at 10? If everything, the way it's shaping out, who would you have wanted at 10 for the Saints?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know. At 10? 10's ooh-wee. I would say this. I don't think Carolina would have got the first pick. I think we would have got it. I think we would have traded for them the first pick.
Wow. Okay. That's a bold statement, my friend. But all right, my friend. We're gonna move it on to the Eagles. So, Brendan, Miles Murphy at 10. That would have been sick. Unfortunately, Miles Murphy is gone in Brandon's world. So unfortunately,
is he talking about for the Saints or just the 10th pick? Period.
I think he's saying for the Saints. I think Miles Murphy at 10 for the Saints. That would have been a little cool. That would have been pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would have been pretty cool.
Helped out a lot. I would tell you.
Would have given Cam Jordan some rest. God damn it.
Just in case Peyton Turner goes down again, you're like, oh, what? Wait,
no, there you go. All right, take it easy, my man. See you next time. Be safe out there, man. Be safe. Now let's see here. So, pick number 10, Eagles time. Go Raiders, big hoss. But number 10, Eagles time. So, Brandon, I don't have to tell you, the Eagles are an amazing team. They made it to the Super Bowl. They were one win away from the Super Bowl. Here they are at number 10. I don't have to tell you how amazing they are. They'd had a great year last year. So, Brandon, what are the Eagles going to do at number 10?
All right. So, with the number 10 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles will select Christian Gonzalez, cornerback, Oregon.
Nice.
I was thinking about how I can make the NFC East just hate me, and I was like, Christian Gonzalez. I was like, perfect. It's like, yep, that fits. Here's the thing. This is what I said earlier about the Raiders, right? I had Devin Witherspoon and Christian Gonzalez. I just didn't know where I wanted to put him. I had Devin Witherspoon at 10, Christian Gonzalez at 7, and then I was like, nah, it fits better if Christian Gonzalez goes to Philly, because Devin Witherspoon needs to be in the Raiders. He needs that. The Raiders need him, and he needs the Raiders. Aggression, yes, he needs the Raiders, and the Raiders need him. Yes, I said it.
Yes. No. We need all the help. I don't know if a player wants to forcefully come here.
I think he wants to go to the Raiders. I think he has that old Raiders mentality, just aggression, hit somebody in the face and hit them hard. I think the Raiders need that. They don't have that. They haven't had that in a minute. Whereas for Philly, Christian Gonzalez fits every damn thing. I like Maddox. Maddox is great, but he's a slot. He cannot play two. That is not his shit. Mm-hmm. Something that we have talked about throughout this entire draft process. We're not talking about the now. We're talking about future. And for
later.
For Philly to have Jordan Davis, to also have Nakobe Dean, to have Jordan Davis, to have Nakobe Dean, and also now Christian Gonzalez. And let's not forget, Philly lost like 3 damn secondary players. Like, that happened.
That did happen.
3. Did happen. Especially Gardner Johnson, who you just rented for a year and just let him walk free. I have no idea what the hell they were thinking.
Well, he went to the Lions, which is kind of sick. But anyway.
but Christian Gonzalez would fit there. And plus, on top of that, they could have lost 4 because Darius Slay seems like he was almost out the door.
His mindset was, I'm done here.
And it seems like Philly's going to run it back with the veterans that they have: Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Darius Slay. This is why I say they're going to draft Christian Gonzalez, because they're going to need somebody to help Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, and then you will have a Christian Gonzalez for the next 4 to 5 years. Your defense is solidified, man. All you got to do is just fill in the rest of the pieces, really. Fill in the rest of the pieces.
I get you. That is a good pick. Now, Texas Underground here says Witherspoon or Bijan Robertson at number 10. So we have an agreement there. It's just, I agree with you, man. When the secondary for the Eagles started going down, you just started, saying the little holes and everything. Mm-hmm. And little by little. No, Philadelphia is doing everything they can to keep it intact. It's just there's one certain criteria that's missing. I saw the depth chart because I was like, man, who am I putting here? I saw the most recent depth chart for the Eagles. And there was one slight problem that kind of like looked at it and I was like, yo, this is bad. Like, you're going to roll with this? This is what you're going to go with.
See it in your eyes. Don't you do it. See it in your eyes. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Don't you do it.
Oh, man. I saw those names and I said, nah, man. We're getting Jalen Hurts some help. No. We're going to give Jalen Hurts some help. I'm not talking about wide receiver. I'm talking about tight end. And I ain't talking about O-line either. When I saw Rashad Penny as the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles, it did not sit right with me at all. And you know what? They got pick number 10. And you know what? They can use this as a luxury pick. Do they need them? No. But would it be awesome? Yeah.
Yo.
So with my 10th overall pick, oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
God.
I'm going Bijan Robinson, running back from the University of Texas. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yep.
Coming.
I agree with you whenever you're saying, the secondary, yes, they need help and everything. But you know what? They got another first rounder and they actually got an early second too. They could find a corner there too.
He just
Because there are going to be some corners that fall. But man, Bijan Robinson, though. In a Philadelphia Eagles uniform. Oof. Oof.
Oh my God. See, I'm trying to help the Eagles, build something for years and years to come. Well, I was like, yeah, fuck all that.
Kill him now. Kill him now. Kill him now.
If he's dead, take him.
And like I said, do the Eagles need Bijan Robinson? Probably not. But
no.
But
nobody in the NFL needs them with Bijan Robinson. Fuck just dude, they need him. The NFL doesn't need him to go to the Eagles. Let's just be real.
All 31 teams right now are probably looking at this video and going, "Oh my God, no! Oh my God, no!" Oh, fine. You don't want me to do a quarterback sneak? All right, we'll tackle him then. Oh God. For the people that don't know who Bijan Robinson is, let me explain to you who this man is. So he is a running back out of Texas. 6 foot, 220 pounds. A Doak Walker winner from 2022. A unanimous All-American in 2022. And two-time first team All-Big 12 2021 and 2022. And formed one of the best running back duos in recent memories with Roschon Johnson as well. So what did he do this year? Not much. Just 20 yards away from 1,600 rushing yards, 18 touchdowns, to go along with 19 receptions, 314 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So remember,
and that's the person that
Miles Sanders.
That is the person that Juan wants with the Eagles. He just wants to see the NFL just collapse. He just wants to see destruction and chaos, and headquarters everywhere. Like, son of a bitch.
Juan just gave the Philadelphia Eagles Bijan Robinson. Mother.
You're son of a bitch.
And that's the thing. See, even Texas Underground, he put it perfectly. Robinson is a perfect fit. Yes, he is.
Oh
I just hope they pass on him. Why? Because you're one of the Texans, don't you?
I was like, yo, that'd be so dope. But I hope they just not like, nope.
Nope. Imagine the Eagles on the clock and Bijan. They're showing Bijan Robinson in the green room, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God." Yeah, it's just for me, it doesn't sit right with me that Rashad Penny's a starting quarterback or the starting running back. And clearly you saw, and we've talked about this. If Jalen Hurts did not get hurt, if he did not get hurt, we're literally talking about him possibly being MVP.
Yeah,
because he was having a good year. I think what happens with Bijan Robinson on the Eagles, it takes pressure away from, because here's the thing. Nobody can question Jalen now. Like, he could play. Jalen can play, folks. Jalen can play. You take pressure away from him. And it's different. Like, Miles Sanders, Bijan Robinson are two totally different players. Same position, but two totally different players.
There they are.
And if Bijan going to the Eagles, what that would help, one, it would help elevate the offensive line a little bit to get a little bit more aggressive, what they're used to. Two, take pressure away from Jalen Hurts to making some forced throws that he did late in the year. And it's not going to be all right away, but once he gets his feet under him, he's going to be good to go. And me personally, he would just dominate the NFC East for a little while. Oh, poor Dallas would be like, yo, what the hell, man? Washington would be like, yo, what the hell, man? Like, I thought we were going defense here. Like, what's going on? And listen, would Christian Gonzalez or Devin Witherspoon fit the Eagles yet? Well, 100%. 100%. Of course. But It's just Bijan Robinson to the Eagles. What happens to me is whenever a team like Seattle, for instance, this isn't a pick that they would normally do, but this is a luxury pick because you get to pick this guy because of another team's default. And you need this. You need this dude. Yeah, you can wait until the second, third, fourth, fifth round because there's some good running backs coming out this year too. But are they going to give you the same impact as that man? Probably not. Probably not. So he would be the Eagles McCaffrey. Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Like nobody. And you know what? I hope he goes to the NFC because that way I don't have to deal with his ass. All right, I don't got to deal with it.
You just want us to deal with it. Ain't that some shit?
You guys deal with him. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing this, man. Like, forget that. Forget that. So I think for me, Bijan Robinson would be the ideal pick here, only because one, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when Rashad Penny's going to go down. Is Kenneth Gainwell good enough to be a starting in the NFL? Maybe, but do you want to take the risk? Is Boston Scott is his time diminishing in Philadelphia a little bit? Maybe we don't know. But if you get a Bijan Robinson, you don't have to worry about the running back position for a minute. So there it is. There it is. I got Bijan Robinson at number 10.
So I had Bijan Robinson going to Philly for like a good bit for a while. And I was just like,
you saw the secondary, and I agree with you.
And I saw the secondary, and I was just like, I don't see it. I don't see how they pass. And on top of that, they do have the 30th pick in the draft. And I'm not saying BJ Robinson is gonna fall that far. Of course not. I don't see that happening. But if he did fall that far, then you'd be like, okay, well, Philly got what they wanted, and they also fixed their secondary. Because we all know the NFL is I can get a running back whenever I feel like it type of league.
Yeah, and like I said, I think for Philadelphia, there's really no wrong answer here for Philadelphia.
It really is.
You really fix your secondary, or you take the best, possibly some graded as the best offensive player other than non-quarterback, like best skill position player in the draft.
Yeah, I just feel like the NFL of all things, they don't take running backs that high. Even with like that ability that he has. And I think wherever he goes, he's going to immediately become the number one guy.
But he's whatever team he's going to, he's gonna be the number one running back right away.
And I feel like that's kind of, and I actually like Kenneth Gainwell. I
do too.
I
do too, but it's just, is he ready to take on that starter role?
I don't know if he's ready though. And yeah, Rashad Penny being signed, that was kind of like a weird ass head scratching moment. But it's kind of like Rashad Penny or Ezekiel Elliott. You kind of like either or, they both gonna fuck up the game plan at some point, and it just doesn't fit. At least Rashad Penny, you're gonna get. I literally think they're gonna use Rashad Penny just for like short change, like short downs, like 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. Because they're trying to now get rid of this quarterback sneak shit. So they're just going to put Rashad Penny in and just say, just get whatever we could get for you. And, but I don't know, man. That it feels like if Bijan Robinson goes to the Eagles, it is fantasy galore. Like it just feels like just anybody that got the Eagles offense, just you got some wins coming to you that year. You just got some wins coming the entire fantasy football season. Just a bunch of wins.
Now, here's something though. Truthfully, if the draft falls y'all way, the Texans will trade up to this pick to get JSN. I mean, honestly, I think the Texans have the firepower to get back into the top 10. But I don't really mind them where they're at right now, where they're picking right now with 2. And what's the other one? Is it 12 or 13? I want to say it's 12.
It's 12.
It's 12. It's 12.
Yeah.
So, it's just, with the Texans, honestly, I don't think they really have to do any moving around. They just have to see how the draft falls and just go from there, honestly. By the way, the Lakers won again. Yes.
Yeah, I just saw that.
3.
Yeah.
In your face.
Congratulations, Lakers. You're still not going anywhere.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. What is up with everybody? First, I got Big House on my Angels. I got you on my leg. Like, what is this? Pick on Juan Day? Like, what's going on, man?
Listen, with the Angels, I know they're not going anywhere. But at least they got two really great players.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
Like nobody's sitting here saying the Angels are winning the World Series tomorrow. Like nobody's saying that. The Lakers, everybody's like, if they get in the playoffs,
oh yeah, that was still
damage. It's like, okay, stop this.
Like you're like, all right, enough, like enough.
It's like, stop it. Come on.
Let them get into the first. They can get into the playoffs, and then
they still got to play in the play-in. They got to like play 2 games in the play-in, then get in the playoffs. It's like, dude.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I mean, from Texas, I thought I was gonna say, yeah, not the Colts. You want to get in front of the Titans because you're not getting in front of the Colts. No way.
Oh
no, you're not getting in front of the Colts now. Titans, you got to jump up a spot. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think they do.
Yeah, you don't have, because I don't think anybody nobody's going to take a receiver first.
Oh, I think so. I mean, there'll be receivers taken. Well, not.
No, what I'm saying, but like before the Texans get, like, the only spot that I see somebody taking a receiver is 12 right there.
My Lakers will win the West. Man, I'm right there with you, Texans Underground. I'm right there with you.
I like the delusion.
I want to win the West too, man.
I love the delusion. It's an amazing, incredible feel that
I want to win the West too.
The delusion.
Please.
The delusion. Man. The delusion of Lakers fans. I love it. Because you guys really think that shit. It's like,
leave us alone, Brandon. Leave us alone, man.
It's like, we're winning the West. And then you get beat by Denver. And you're like, what the fuck happened?
No, man, like
you just hear the,
come on, man. Like, oh, man. But just to recap, my man's got I know, right? He's so mean, right? I know. My dog does not appreciate your tone right now. I know. He's so mean. I know, Coco. I know. He's a little bit of a bug today, huh? Oh, she's coming over. Oh, if you hear her, she's coming over. She's like, no, screw that.
I'm sorry. I tried to CJ Stroud for you. I tried to CJ Stroud.
Oh, yeah. She was jumping up. You should have seen her, man. Behind the scenes, when you said CJ Stroud at number 2, she was like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, but I will say this. What? I know. Very mean. I know, baby. But no, just to recap, my friend Brandon here's got Witherspoon. I got Bijan Robinson. Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. Let us know. Share the video with your friends and family. See how we're doing so far. What would you grade our draft so far? Remember, we have 9 other episodes that we have started. Tomorrow, it is Saturday, but that does not mean that we're off. Tomorrow, we will be right back here bright and early to take on the Tennessee Titans. What are the Titans going to do, especially with the season that they had and the turnover that they're having? Come here, Butch. Come here.
I feel you too. I don't want to talk about the Titans either, but we have to.
I know what's wrong. Camera's on and you're getting no attention, huh? I know. But yeah, no, I think she's right there with you. I don't think she wants to talk about the Titans either. You know? Yeah, here she is. Come here. You know what? Say hi to good folks in America. There, see you right there. See? Yeah, I know. I love you too. But we'll talk about the Titans tomorrow. All the turnover that they had. It just seems like the Titans have, whether they want to admit to it or not, it's rebuild time, man. It is rebuild time in Nashville, whether they want to admit to it or not. The team that we thought could not lose, had nothing to lose, is pretty much losing everything. And that's the Tennessee Titans, man. Like, that is the Tennessee Titans. And I don't know what their plan is. It is so... You look at their offseason, you look what they're doing, and it's like, yo, they're just really not giving a darn. Yeah, and it's WrestleMania season, so we're going to have to do this early because I know Brandon's he's not going to want to do the show late, so we're going to have to do this early. So we will keep you guys updated for an early show tomorrow, and that's what we're going to also do Sunday when we're going to talk about the Browns. But Texas Underground, since you are here, we will love it if you would love to be part of the show on Sunday early. That way we can get your idea of pick number 2. and we'll discuss pick number 12 as well. See what you guys do. Now, we are going to talk about the Browns, but we would love to have you on just so that way we can have your selection at number 2 and number 13. But tomorrow, it is the Titans, and Mike Vrabel's got a lot of decisions to make at 11 because it's not just one position. It is a lot of deal that they got to deal with. And from everything from what I've seen, it's Mike Vrabel, man. I believe in Mike Vrabel. It's just the way that the general manager has handled the business of this offseason. God help his soul if this thing does not work out. God help his soul.
Well, they don't have Ryan Tannehill, so that's a win. That's a dub. That's a win.
It's just oof, man, oof. And I think that is a team that nobody is really talking about. That Tennessee could try to move up to number 3. That nobody's really talking about.
Yeah.
And they could. And that's a team that nobody's really talking about. Nobody's really. And that's a team that I really want to put out there. Like, guys, if Tennessee moves up to number 3, do not be surprised because
they could. And also you took Malik Willis, 3rd round last year. So
that's what I'm saying. Bloodline for the win.
The disrespect.
Texans Underground. Bloodline for the win.
The disrespect. Wait, the entire bloodline or just like
I think he wants all the bloodline to retain.
Yeah. Can't have it. Can't have it done.
I don't know. I don't know what to think because I respect all parties involved in their matches tomorrow. That I just want to see a good show. That's where I'm at with this, right, mommy? Right? It's about that time. In a minute, gonna need a. I know. I'm almost done. But like I said, tomorrow we will talk about the Titans and we will go from there. But for everybody else, thank you so much for tuning in. You can always catch these episodes here on our YouTube page. Episodes 1 through 10 are now available. Today being the 10th one. You can go back, see how our mock draft is going. Tomorrow, we will talk about the Titans and we will go from there. Texans Underground, as always, thank you so much for the wonderful support and the beautiful comments of the Bloodline for the win. That was beautiful. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. We will. They want Lamar. All right. Well, they know what they got to pay. They have to pay. So, other than that, Brandon, I will talk to you here, and then we will set a time for tomorrow, my man. All right. Until then, everybody, peace out. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your Friday. Peace.